Hey friends, how are you? Happy Wednesday. I had to think about what day it was. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Let me see if I can find us. And then I'm gonna tell you what I'm trying to do today. We'll see how it goes. Oh, perfect. I can see us. Let me open up over here so I can see comments though. So yesterday I spent some time reorganizing or kind of changing things up just a little bit, changing my cover, putting some coffee deco into my everyday planner. But what I want to do today is redo my ring planner, and I want to do it as a coloring kind of place where I keep all my coloring inserts. So I'm going back to the daisy. Sorry about the crinkle. I forgot to take this out first. If you guys are here with me, say good morning. I'm gonna try and see comments, so hopefully I will be able to. But I just absolutely love this daisies. I'm kind of into like my solid era. I used this for a little bit, and then I went to the blue hex, but we're gonna change out of blue hex today. And I'm gonna show you how easy it is to do because it really is very, very simple. So if you are using this cover, which can hold our rings or a journal, and I'll show you that in a second too, very, very easy to change out of. All you have to do is pull the plastic casing from your rings right out of the pockets. Whoops, my hands are cold, so it's slippery. Let me do it that way and see if I can jiggle it out. There we go. Very, very simple, and everything stays right intact. Then you have your cover and you can put it away, save it, whatever you want to do if you want to change it up. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Now, before I leave this, I'm just going to show you also how you can put your journal in here. You can either do front or back. It only fits with the new size journals, but you can slide it right into the pocket, and then your journal fits right in there also. So if you want a cover for your journal, this is the cover. It's the cover, the journal / ring cover, but they do fit very easily in here, and then they just slide in and out. So it's just a nice way to protect your journal if you want something to do for that. But we are going to just set this aside. I'll put it away later, and we're going to go back into our daisy cover because I really do love it the best. So I'm going to go ahead and just very simply slide the plastic right back in. Put all that way. Of course, there's dog hair in here. Just a little bit though. All right, and then I'm going to slide that in, and then you're just going to kind of do a little shimmy. Make sure it's exactly where you want it. Lined up in the center there. And then I usually just give it like a good little tap to make sure that it is exactly where it needs to be. And then it's all set. So this makes changing a cover super easy if you are using the ring planner. Okay, now I'm going to deconstruct the whole thing, to be honest, and then put it all back together again because I'm changing the things in it. Some of my tabs are outdated now because they were through December. So let's just sit this up here for a second and go through this. I think I'm going to keep my bookmark just because I really liked my bookmark. So let's go ahead and just put that in the front. That kind of makes a cute little dashboard for it also. I do have one of the plastic pockets. It's still holding some of the things I collected in Ireland. I'm going to set that aside for 1 second. And I'm also going to hold on. I need to climb into my desk for a minute because I have also some new things for my ring planner that I forgot I had. So I'm going to take these out also. All right, so these tabs can be reusable. I put the stickers on them, the tab stickers, and then put the little things on there. We're gonna try and see if they come off. I don't know how easily they will come off, but we're gonna give it a shot and see. At the very least, I think I can get the words off, the months, and then reuse them that way. But we're gonna turn those upside down for a second. This one doesn't have anything on it. I have the fall coloring insert. I finished it and then got another one, so I'm going to put that back in there. This is just some dot grid pages out of the Art of Planning and Journaling. I'm going to keep those as well because you never know when I might need some dot grid pages, and they're not hurting anybody by being in there. And then the thing that I bought to add to it is Declutter Your Mind. Now, that kind of feels like maybe a weird thing to put into where I'm going to put my coloring stuff, but I'll explain why it makes sense in my world. Because I do my Declutter Your Mind separate from my planner. And when I sit down and I do it, I kind of leave it there except for like the 3 things that I want to work on that day or projects I want to move to another place to see. So it makes perfect sense for me to keep it in here because as I'm working on that, sometimes I might want to stop and color. It helps the process. Some people like to do a timer. I just like to honestly take my time with it. So it makes sense for me to keep it in here. So I have the whole Declutter Your Mind insert, which this is what it looks like. It's really nice. If you haven't ever used it and you're interested, let me know because I love it. And then I also have some notes in here that are older ones that I don't really think I need, but I'm going to keep those over there for a second and go through them. And then I have more blank tabs just in case. So what should all this look like? Let's look at this first. My goodness, my poor dogs. They don't know if it's spring or summer. And for those of you that have been kind of following along with me, I will tell you that we're evidently supposed to get some pretty nasty weather soon. So I think the spring weather that we're experiencing is going to be going away pretty quickly here. But that's okay. All right, so I'm just going to see. I like the book tabs that I use. So I'm just going to see if I can carefully pull the words up. And look, I think I can. And then I can reuse these. Oh, that's going to be perfect. I'm just going to take my time. I need to get some nails back on too. Oh, there's a little bit of glue on there, but you know what? I think I can probably get that off or work with that. So we can take the words off and reuse our tabs, which is perfect. I'm just going to start a little trash pile right there. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So let me do that real quick for all of these, and then I can reuse these, which will be really nice. Really, really nice. Happy New Year, Alyssa. Happy New Year. Gosh, I can't believe, can you guys believe it's like already January 7th? Where is the time going already? Oh my gosh. It's like too quick. It's flying by too quick already. Oh yeah, that comes off really, really easily. I'm happy about that because then I can reuse these. I was wondering when I did these originally if I would be able to reuse them or if I would have to get new ones and start all over because I was putting the months on them. So for anybody that has done these, look how easy that is. Like just peel them off, take your time, peel your months off, and if you put your tab stickers on, you can just use the same ones. These are the book ones that I did. Alyssa, you're not wrong. How many days? Wait, we already can do the countdown. How many days? Oh my gosh. Christmas will be here before we know it. Oh, goodness. Hopefully we'll get to celebrate some other things in between before we go straight into Christmas though, right? Like summer, Easter, all the spring things that we really, really like. All right. This one had a little bit of extra glue stuck on there, so I am just playing with this for a minute. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't put nails on yet. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry about the shaking. Okay. One more of those to get done. Now I do have the coffee stickers. And as I'm doing all this, I'm like, you know, I probably want to put the coffee ones on anyway. Hi, Elsie. Good morning. Because those coffee tab stickers are so cute. So as I've sat here and done all this, well, at least I've shown you how to do it, but I may end up wanting to do the coffee ones because they're just so cute. Let me see. I'm going to play for a second. Let me see. Which one do I want to try? I'm going to try this one, I think, just because that one does have just a little smudge. I'm going to try and see how easy or not easy it is to get this off. And I can already tell you it's not super easy because they've been on for a while. So oh wait, maybe they are super easy. Hold on. You guys, look, I'm going to hold this up so you can see. If you can get under it, you can totally, oh my gosh, look. Oh, look how beautiful that's going to be. You can peel the whole thing off and it's like it was never there. Yes. Friends, we are going to put some coffee ones on today. Those little coffee ones are adorable. Now that I wasted time doing that, but it wasn't a waste of time because if you really like the stickers and you've already done them, then you can just change your words out. So it wasn't a waste of time. We're testing the waters here and we figured all of that out today. Oh, that's such good stuff. Okay, let me get that off. I am loving this because now these are totally reusable. Love that so much. I know, right? Alyssa says, nice. I know. I love that these are totally reusable. And they're really not, I mean, they're not hard once you get under that edge to be able to pull it. They're coming up pretty easy. Yay. Now, I'll have to create some words. I don't like writing on my tab stickers for two reasons. Number one, I don't really necessarily like my handwriting, so I don't like seeing it on my tabs. I would rather have something that's a font, that's a pretty font. So I will sit down and print on the computer what words I want on these, and then I'll cut them out and put them on with some adhesive. I will sit down and do that because I just don't like my handwriting. And I just think it's easier for me. And I think it looks a little nicer, but that's just me. Okay, let me find, I have to dig into my little pouch here of all of my current stuff. And I'm gonna dig out the regular size. Look how cute they are with the little coffee beans. Aren't they so cute? All right, so we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to do all 8. So let me just see how many I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, maybe we're just going to do 6 for now. I have extra ones if I need them. I just don't know if I'm going to need them. So let's start with this first one. And I'm going to show you how easy these are to put on, and how you can actually get 16 out of here and not just 8. So I'm going to take out my paper trimmer because I don't do the backs as you saw. I only do the front because that's really all you need to do. So I'm going to line this up so that I am cutting. I think that's how I did it last time. We'll find out quickly enough if I'm right or not. I'm going to cut right down in half, and we're going to see if I did this way. If not, then we will figure it out and do it the other way. It's been a while since I did them, so I'm not 100% sure. But if you cut it in half like this, I believe all you have to do is line it up over your tab like this, press it down, and then just fold it into place. Now, the first one you're gonna have to do a little trimming because it's gonna be longer than the tab itself. So let me just put that little scrap there. And then if you wanna clean it up a little bit, they're not exactly the same size round, so you can just come in and take your scissors and just clean that up just a little bit. You won't even notice it if you don't though, I'll be honest. So don't make it like a thing of like, oh my gosh. But look how easy that is to put on there. So there's one. And I believe that is how I did it because that's working pretty well. So just cut the tab right down the middle. Put that up there. Just make sure you're putting them on the right way when you're doing your tabs to make sure that you are getting them correctly. Now, one thing I could try to do before I peel it off the sticker back is use my corner rounder. I don't think it will work though. I don't think it will work. And then just put that down just like that. Again, you're not even going to notice it. If you don't want to clean it up, you definitely don't have to. There's not enough of the sticky sticking out anywhere where it's going to make a great big difference. So you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I promise you won't even know. All right, so I'm going to need, let me see, I have 4 more left, so I have 2 in here. Let me cut 1 more of these, and I'm just lining it up with my cutter right down the middle. Or you could take scissors and just be really careful and cut it right down the middle. Either way, it'll be fine. All right, we're gonna set that over there. Let me put this out of the way again. All right, next one. Well, that's not part of the tab. That was the other part that came up. And I'm literally just lining it up right against the side of the tab. Just like that. Easy peasy. All right, wait, I think I went out of order. Not that it matters, because I can put them back in later, but. Now, if you cut a little bit off, what you're gonna do is just round that, take that little snippet off. Sometimes that'll happen, but it's easy to fix. Tell me, how many of you are using a ring planner or have thought about using a ring planner? I'm just curious, how many of you? If you've already started using it, tell me what you think. I know I do have some friends that are using it that love it, so I'm just curious if that's you. If you love it. I'm in love with my XL, so I'm always going to use my XL. But I do like the idea, like I said, of having this as my coloring planner, organizer, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to show you why I like it, because you can take the individual pages out and color them and then put them back in, which just makes me really happy. Good morning, Miss Deborah. Good morning. All right, Deborah, have you heard the weather? Like, evidently it's supposed to get really nasty. It's not even waiting till February. I shouldn't have said what I said so soon. Oh, but that's okay. It's okay. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. All right, so again, the last tab, it's either at the top or the bottom. You are definitely gonna wanna come in though, and at least trim off that little bit of extra up here at the top, because you don't want that sticking out. Okay, so we've got some tabs on. I will print, because I don't like my handwriting, like I said, so I will print what I want on them. So we'll do that later and I'll show you how that comes out. Let's go ahead and put this back together again. So I'm gonna start with declutter your mind, but before I start with that, I am going to make a little dashboard, and I'm gonna cheat, totally gonna cheat. And I'm gonna do it with the Art of Planning and Journaling. Sorry, I need to put my phone on silent over here because I didn't realize it wasn't. And it'll start dinging now. I'm gonna use the Art of Planning and Journaling because I'm not using that insert. I like the accessory packs now, so I'm not doing the whole insert thing. But I love this, especially for the winter months, as a dashboard. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this as a dashboard. So I'm just gonna put that one in first, right like that. It's just gonna sit there all by itself. I may add the coloring pages. Let me take this apart real quick. There is some stuff on the back of here, but I could still keep the coloring pages and just put something different on there. So I'm going to pull that out, and I'm not using any of this. Not using any of this. I thought there was another coloring page, but there it is. Oh, but that'll be backwards. So, oh, but you know what I could do? I could put it like that and put a piece of paper in between. Maybe I'll do that. Hi, Dee. Good morning. She says, I have the rings and my cover is en route as we speak. She uses it for the art of planning and journaling and a journal project. I love that. Which cover did you get? Which cover did you get? Okay. I am not going to use anything else on here that I am aware of. So I think I'm just going to put this back in here and just put it aside for a second. You never know, I might go back to it for something, but I think all I really wanted out of that was the coloring pages. So let's just stick that there for a second. All right, so I've got the dashboard in. We're gonna put the first tab in, and I'm gonna put declutter your mind in. So now I just need to find what I did with that. There it is. So we're gonna put that in first, and then we're just gonna put all of the coloring pages behind it. So fall coloring, we'll put right behind it. Then my dot grid pages are gonna be last, but I do like to put, I'm trying to think how many things I need. I'm gonna put this last tab in and put those there because I like to have a tab behind them. So we're just gonna put that there. All right, so we've got fall coloring. The next one would be winter coloring. And these were around for the 12 days of Christmas. So they are not currently available anymore, but I know a lot of you have them and I am going to use them. I'm gonna add this from Art of Planning and Journaling with that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that right there. Then we're gonna put our next tab in and we're gonna do the Valentine coloring. The tree looks like the forest behind my lot. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. I love pine trees. I don't see them very much in the city here, but when we go out to the country, we can see them. We go into the mountains. Oh, do you got the Cranberry Lane one? Deborah says she loves that one. I love that one too. It's very, very pretty. It is very, very pretty. Okay, and then I think I just have, I literally have a couple extra tabs. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put these back into the plastic that they came out of just to keep them safe and secure and nice. And then if I need to add more, I will. So let me put these back in here real quick. Oh, that didn't work as well as I wanted it to, but that's okay. They're going to go back in my desk, so it's fine. They're just getting stuck on the tab parts. There we go. There we go. All right, they're going to go back in my desk, so they will stay nice and safe in case I need them for anything. I think I will end up taking this Ireland stuff out of here and possibly putting this back in, but I'm not sure. So let's just, I'm wiping the dog hair off. These plastics are like static electricity, and so that happens quite often. Okay, I don't know that I want the bookmark here now because I like having that as my dashboard. So this just might get stuck in somewhere else, but let's do a little walkthrough. So this is the cover or the front page cover of the insert from the Art of Planning and Journaling. I'm just using that as my dashboard, like the pretty picture in the front. Then we're going to go into Declutter Your Mind, which I have a brand new fresh insert for the year. Then the next one's going to be fall coloring because I have not finished coloring them all yet. I think I colored that one and a different one. Nope, Nope, I colored some other ones and then I got a new one. So we'll go back in and finish that. Look at that pretty owl. I had done that one. That was so cute. All right, then we've got our winter coloring, which was available for the 12 Days of Christmas. It is not currently available right now. I don't know if it'll be coming back or not, but so pretty. And then I added the coloring pages from the Art of Planning and Journaling for winter in here. And then I have Valentine coloring, which was also 12 Days of Christmas. And then last but not least, I just have some blank dot grid pages, just in case I decide I want to draw something or just doodle or have some inspiration for something. So this is now officially transformed into my creative coloring planner. Super excited. I have to grab a charm and figure out what charm I want to put on here. I did not have a charm on. Oh, that's why I don't have a charm, because we don't have the elastic. So I was like, wait, I didn't have a charm. So we probably won't put a charm. I could put a charm on here like this, but I usually just like them over here to the side. So I'm just gonna put this back in plastic for now. You never know, I might want to change it out again in the future. Never, never, ever know. All right, friends, that is everything. Let me put these stickers back in here for now. This is like my current pouch with all of the current deco and things. I kind of feel like I do want to find a place for this bookmark though. So maybe the bookmark will just go, oh, you know where it should go? It should actually move back and forth with my declutter your mind, because I don't have a magnetic clip right here. So we'll just do that right there. That is the perfect place for it. Oh, and I need a pen. Let's put a pen in here. Let's put a pen right there. And we're all set, friends. All right, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this? I think it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to sit down and start coloring. Oh, and I was gonna show you why I have chosen the ring coloring inserts, because when you wanna color, all you have to do is pop it out. Remember, they're single-sided now. Pop it out, color it, and then pop it back in. You don't have to do it right inside of your planner or your insert. You can take it out as a total separate page, which I love, which is why I'm using it this way. Hey, good morning, Miss Charlotte. How are you? Who else is on here that joined me? Anybody that I haven't said hello to yet? If you are here and I have not said hello, let me know and say hi. But that is my next changeover for 2026. I am getting caught up this week, as many of you are as well. I hope you guys all have a great day. If you have any questions about anything I'm using in here or how I did any of it, just drop them in the comments below and I will be sure to get back to you. So happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic day and I will see you guys all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.